Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We're going to talk about stimulus checks, a fourth stimulus check, and primarily this has to do with Social Security recipients. And if you're collecting Social Security, please, I think I might have some ideas for you. If you're not, I think this still pertains to you, so please check this out. So in the news today, right? Everybody, the one thing that's definitely trending for the last 6-8 months, even more than that, like a year and a half now, was the term stimulus checks. People are wanting that free money, the extra money, the higher payments. Why? Well, a lot of people desperately need it, right? They're in different situations. Everybody's situation is different. And honestly, guys, if there's free money in front of you, who's not going to want it, right? So that term has been trending. And a lot of news media outlets have been just using it to just bait people into advertising and all this kind of stuff, and it's really sad. And so I'm going to break down some truths about it and just go over this story that's hitting right now, and it's hitting people emotionally, and it's really sad to see. Seniors Group calls for Congress to send $1,400 stimulus checks to Social Security recipients. And here's just some key points, and then we're going to talk about it. It says Social Security's cost of living adjustment for 2022 could be the biggest in decades. The Senior Citizens League says that that's not enough to keep up with the costs of that beneficiaries face. The nonprofit group is ramping up its campaign for $1,400 stimulus checks for recipients. And then I'm going to stop right there. Okay. It's absolutely true. $1,400 is not enough because the cost of food, energy, housing, everything is going up. We are seeing something, and for those that are on Social Security, I want to explain something. And this is not to pump fear into you. This is truth. We're in the beginnings of something that is bigger than what happened to you in the 1970s, late 1970s. All the world's currencies are going down in value, including the dollars. Okay, it's just that index stays about the strongest as it's all going down. Okay, that is the truth. Inflation is going to get worse. There's warnings all around you, but specifically, there's government officials even telling you too. And so the $1,400 check's not even going to be enough. Now, there's lots of threats that Social Security won't always be around in the near term. But we know in the long term, that is a fact. We know that system cannot sustain itself, all right? Especially on just the basic level. And again, this isn't fear. We need to be able to inject truth into the world so that you can be educated and make educated decisions for your life, all right? We know that as technology advances, there will be less jobs. That is a fact. It also means that since there's less jobs, there's less people paying into Social Security. That pool of money will keep getting smaller. Another fact is the baby boomers are obviously the largest generation to be retiring at the same time ever in history, okay? An additional strain on the system. Okay, so now that we know those truths, we need to deal with how to deal with it. There are wealthy people all around the world that are hedging against this inflation by getting into assets that will go up in price with inflation, like investing in energy. Now, before I go on, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. My tagline is I'm just a dude in his 40s with a bro hawk and a dream. And I don't mean to make light of this, but at the same time, I want to interject truth and knowledge, right? To break away fear, all right? So wealthy people all around the world hedge themselves against inflation. They know that energy will go up in this time. They know that gold and silver over time do well. Right now, they're lagging, right? That's what gets me excited, but that's just me, okay? But over time, we all know when you dealt with the 1970s inflation, at the end of that period, when inflation was rearing its head the ugliest, it was difficult to get gas, there was a fuel crisis, all of that, gold and silver exploded, right? They're not doing it yet, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, my humble opinion, we're seeing something worse than what happened in the 1970s. Also, to be able to buy food right now and lock in that price today, because we all know that food doesn't necessarily go down. It always goes up over time because the currency is being destroyed, the value of the currency, over time. Now, we see fluctuations that go up like this and up and down on a chart, but many people aren't investors. They can't spot that and see those deals. So a lot of people on fixed incomes are choosing right now, I'm going to buy the next couple months of toilet paper. It sounds funny because we're already starting to run out of it. I'm deciding today to buy some extra canned goods, things that I would normally eat, not just rice and beans. You're like, cool, you got a bunch of rice and beans. Do you normally eat it? No. Okay, well, then maybe you shouldn't be storing that, right? The facts are that people are addicted to, watching the news, waiting for that check because they desperately need it. But they're spending more time waiting, reading headlines about when that next check's coming instead of planning over here with the amount of money they have. I just did a video on how you can take pennies, for sure, from 1981 and older. They're copper. They're worth more than a penny. Just start putting them away. They're already in your change. Separate them and put them in a jug. I'm not telling you what to do with them right now, but I have a feeling in the future, they're going to become valuable, okay? And it costs you nothing, right? Right now, it costs you nothing to go around your house and go, what have I not used in the last year or two? Maybe I should sell it and take that money and maybe convert it into something that I believe will go up in value as inflation keeps getting worse, because all this stuff around my house will actually lose value if it's just stuff, because people won't want to buy that because they're having to spend more money on gas, on electricity, on food. The facts are things are getting bad. That is true. And do I believe it's going to get worse? I do believe that. But I believe with truth and then showing you what other people are doing to fight this, not only can you stay ahead of the inflation, you may be able to beat it. And that's what wealthy people are doing around the world right now. So I hope you guys got something out of this, whether you're depending on Social Security right now, or if you're not even at the age of retiring. Start to think like that. Start to think that I do not want to be. It's sad. There are so many people that the only income they have, because they didn't plan ahead, is a check that's coming from the government. I don't want to see you guys like that. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you prosper. Please put your comments in below to help people. Comments if you are having a rough time, that you don't wish that other people would have rough times. Tricks that you were able to do, or plans that you made that helped you. Put those in the comment section. All right, guys, and do me one last favor. If you made it this far, hashtag Social Security, one word, put the pound sign right up against it, hashtag Social Security on this video so that it will attract more people that may need this valuable information. With that being said, I thank you so much. The Economic Ninja is out.